Imagine your series being so successful it brings exes from years ago to limelight. Today we're pulling back the curtain on Revenged Love, the Chinese BL hit everyone's talking about. But it's the off-screen scandals that may now steal the spotlight. Forget enemies to lovers on screen. Real-life gossip between lead actors Tian and Ziyu is sending waves across Weibo and fan forums. The latest bombshell dropped just July 24th, 2025. Enemies to lovers BL drama starring Ziyu as the jilted man and Tian Shuning as his seduction target. Forgive me if I mispronounce their names. Episodes 13 and 14 dropped July 22nd, 2025, pushing global buzz via Viki and other platforms. 2 days later, on July 24th, a Weibo account called Paris Lee claimed she dated Ziyu in 2023. She alleges double dating, one with her, one with his manager, while claiming Ziyu lied about his relationship status. She says he ghosted her abruptly after a failed reconciliation. Then she went public with photos and demanded an apology. On the same day, hours apart, Ziyu posted this apology to his Weibo account. Hello everyone, this is Ziyu. I've seen the post circulating online today. I'm truly sorry that everyone had to witness this, and even more sorry to you at Paris Lee. You're in pain, and it saddens me that you had to reach me in this way. I admit that during a past period, due to a very intense work schedule and immense pressure, combined with my poor way of dealing with emotional and personal matters, I created serious communication problems between us, making you feel abandoned and unable to reach me. That was entirely my fault. I should have and must learn to handle our relationship and communicate more effectively. The end of our relationship was a decision made while we were both emotional and irrational. I respect her feelings and choices. However, I bear undeniable responsibility for the pain caused by the breakup, and I sincerely apologize to her again. Regarding the communication with staff that she mentioned, I've reviewed the internal situation as quickly as possible. There were indeed misunderstandings, but regardless of the details, the fact that she was made to feel abandoned and forced to go public stems directly from my failure to properly handle our private matters. I feel deep guilt and self-blame. I will ask my team to handle anything related to my personal affairs with more professionalism and care moving forward. I can't deny that in the final stage of the relationship, my avoidance, lack of communication, and irresponsible behavior caused her deep, irreparable harm. I didn't have the courage to face her or the situation. I chose the worst way out. As for the specific things that happened between us, I believe that arguing in public will only cause more damage. But I fully admit that the way I handled the end of our relationship was a failure and wrong. I take full responsibility. This statement is not made out of pressure, but from genuine self-reflection. I acknowledge my mistakes and believe I must face them head-on. In the future, I will strive to be a more mature, responsible, and communicative person. I will learn and grow from this difficult experience. In addition, once my current work obligations are fulfilled, I will suspend public activities for a while to reflect, stabilize myself, and learn how to better balance my work and life, as well as how to manage relationships more maturely. Finally, I want to express my deepest apologies to her again. I also want to apologize to all the fans, friends who care about me, and everyone who's been paying attention to this matter. I'm truly sorry for the disappointment. I will do my best to correct myself and start anew. Thank you, everyone. Fan reactions are explosively mixed. Some sympathize with Ziyu's emotional fatigue under media pressure. Others feel betrayed by his behavior off-screen. Now let's talk about the domino effect this scandal might have, not just on Ziyu, but on the entire Revenged Love fandom and the show's future. BL dramas often thrive on fan loyalty, with audiences emotionally invested not only in the characters, but in the actors themselves. When an actor's personal scandal breaks, especially one involving trust issues like double dating or dishonesty, fans are forced to reconcile their on-screen idol image with the flawed human behind it. For some, this is a deal breaker. Fans who feel betrayed are now boycotting his work, and he's losing followers online. But others, especially those in protector fandoms, might double down, defending Ziyu as a victim of media exploitation or normalizing human mistakes. These shifts in allegiance can fragment fan bases, spark heated online battles, and even redirect attention away from the show's actual content. Let's be honest, scandals are a marketing nightmare and a viral blessing all at once. On one side, brand endorsements, streaming platforms, and TV appearances might get quietly dropped or postponed. However, in the age of hate watching and viral drama, scandal often spikes viewership, at least temporarily. People who never intended to watch Revenge Love are now curious about the guy in the scandal. Let's talk about a darker side of fandom: unrealistic expectations and the invasion of private life. In Chinese idol culture, there's a powerful belief that once an actor becomes popular, fans feel entitled to know every detail about their personal life. Chinese fandoms are notorious for demanding total transparency, even when it comes to off-screen dating, family details, or mental health struggles. Many fans expect idols to live up to a flawless public image at all times. This often results in toxic behavior such as stalking, relentless questioning, and refusal to respect boundaries. Tian himself has faced this, Sassing-style fans following him through airports, filming him at home, and even threats when denied access or answers. His studio had to step in and condemn the behavior, stating they were prepared to take legal action to protect his privacy. Does ZU's personal dating life matter to his fans? No, and it shouldn't. Many international fans believe an actor's personal relationships are none of the public's business, especially when addressed maturely. The fact that the ex-girlfriend waited until ZU became famous to come forward raises serious questions. Why speak out in 2025 after his breakout role? Would she want to be associated with him if he wasn't as popular? If the alleged relationship ended in mid-2023, as Paris Lee says, why remain silent for nearly 2 years until now? Why post intimate evidence? Then turned around and hawked products during a live stream. For longtime C-drama fans, this scandal feels eerily familiar. Remember Zhan and Wang Yibo from the Untamed? Their off-screen dynamic was relentlessly dissected. Fans took sides, invented dating rumors, and when Zhan got caught up in the 227 boycott controversy in 2020, it nearly derailed his career. The fandom wars, boycott lists, and media frenzy were so toxic, even unrelated dramas and brands suffered backlash. Which brings us back to you, the fans. How much does an actor's real-life drama affect your loyalty to a show? Does scandal tarnish the fantasy, or does it add an extra layer of intrigue? I personally think if you lack the maturity to separate an on-screen character from the actor, you shouldn't consume media. Actors are human and should have a life of their own. I'm your gal, Anita, and this is Drama Dissected, your ultimate fix of cinema, scandal, and spoilers. See you next episode.